Hi there, Don Spalding again. This video is going to include instructions on how to create a system repair disk. A system repair disk is going to be written to either CDs or DVDs. I have already put a DVD in my DVD drive in my computer. We're going to click on Create a System Repair Disk. To get to this menu, if you open up your Windows, your Start menu, and type in the box Backup, it's going to give you an option to open the Backup and Restore menu. And at that point, if you just hit Enter, this screen back here will open. In the previous videos, I talked about how to create a system image, how to backup and restore your personal files, and this video is going to include how to create a system repair disk. So if you click on Create a System Repair Disk, this window will pop up. It's asking you to wanting you to put the DVD or CD into a drive. It could take multiple CDs or DVDs, obviously more CDs than DVDs. And it's going to explain to you what a system repair disk will do. It's giving you the option to change which drive you want to write this to. I have one DVD drive in my laptop. It's the only DVD drive that's going to show up in this menu, but if you had more, you could select the one that you wanted to use. And then click on Create Disks. What's going to happen after that is it's going to go through some process as far as processing the files it's going to write to the disk, and it's going to create the disk. I do have a DVD in here. It is not blank, so it's giving me an error. But this will run through. It may prompt you for a second DVD. It's going to take a little bit of time to finish. It'll prompt you for multiple CDs, possibly more than one if that's what you're using. But let's talk about what this disk will do for you. And it's probably one of the first things you want to do when you buy a new computer. If you find that your computer won't boot, and when I say that it won't boot, the process that a computer goes through to start Windows is called post. And during post, the computer, as it's coming up, as it's starting up, it's looking to make sure the keyboard's working, the monitor's working, and several different devices on your computer are working. It finally reaches out to the local drive and looks for an operating system installed there. And if some part of that operating system, including the boot files, the files that cause the computer to reach out and look for that operating system, if there's anything damaged, you'll get an error. And it's generally going to be a black screen with some kind of error on it. It could say, a lot of times, no boot files found, or something about operating system missing. You can put this DVD that we're creating right now into the drive and turn the computer on, and it'll reach out and boot to that DVD instead of the files on the hard drive. That DVD includes tools on it that will allow you to attempt to recover your operating system. So it's kind of an important thing to make right away once you get your computer, and keep it in a safe place. The problem with creating DVDs is they can be scratched and damaged, and it can be easy to render them unusable for whatever reason. But this is the option to create the system repair disk. You have options as the computer's booting up as well to boot into the recovery partition. It could be F8, it could be F11. The other thing that goes on that you can change, you have control over, is during the boot up, you can access a part of the system called the BIOS. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System, and it contains a lot of information just about the hardware on your computer and how the computer functions at a basic level. And one of the things that you can change in there is what we call the boot order. As it's going through post, it's looking for the device it's supposed to boot to. And so whether it's booting very first to the hard drive, or booting very first to the DVD, or possibly a thumb drive or an external drive, you can go in there and change the order that the computer looks to first. Generally, by default, it's going to look at your CD, DVD first, and if that's empty, it's going to then look at your local hard drive for that operating system. So if you need to, you can go into BIOS and change that. You kind of have to figure out which key it is. On my computer, I hit the escape key, and it'll give me some options there to go into that BIOS menu and change it. And basically, that's all you need to do to create a repair disk. Once the disks are created, and Windows will prompt you to write on the disk what it is that you've just created. And mine actually pops up as a Windows disk. You can see right here, Windows DVD repair disk, and it's a 64-bit system, and it's Windows 7. Because I created this earlier, I went ahead and used the same DVD to do this example, but that's it. That's all you need to do to create your system repair disk. I've created 3 videos now on how to back up several different files on your computer. The one option I have not talked about yet, and I'm not going to create a separate video on, is using the cloud, what's known as the cloud. There are companies out there that will allow you to use their servers over the internet to save your backups to. And if you do some Google searches, you'll find companies that allow you to do this. You'll be storing your data off-site, so you're storing on a server that belongs to a company that provides backup services. That's always another option. And it creates some more redundancy as far as how many different places can I access to restore my data to. I don't know how much these places cost. I've never used them, but I know that some people do. Obviously, if you have some very, very important files you want to keep backed up, and you may turn to a professional service like this to get that done. But that's always an option too. And also, different computer manufacturers offer different options for recovering systems. I have an HP. There's a tool in here called the HP Recovery Manager. The Recovery Manager will give me even further options as far as backing up what I have installed on here. It's a pretty nice little program. It'll allow you to get information about the drivers that run the hardware on your computer. And again, there's some more restore options in here, as well as options to access HP and ask them information. So do look into those programs if you have one. I don't know what Dell provides. Not against Dell, I just happen to have HP right here. I have used this tool to create recovery media for my laptop, as well as the backup and restore program that I talked about earlier. So do not forget to back up your data. If you ever need any help with restoring or questions, or you just want somebody to do it for you, just feel free to contact me. Thank you very much for your time.